G'day guys, welcome to tonight's stream. Apologies for that little glitch there with the countdown. I don't know what happened there. It reset itself for some reason. But anyway, hopefully that is our glitch for tonight's stream. So tonight we are going to be testing out the brand new grid title from Codemasters. So very excited to test this out. I played the original grid games about 10-15 years ago now, it feels like, and quite enjoyed them. Obviously that was back when I was not really doing sim racing at all and, you know, playing with a wheel. I don't think the wheel I had back then even had force feedback, to be honest, but really enjoyed them from a sort of not a simulation point of view, but more sort of an arcade point of view. But the way they've touted this game this time is sort of a bit of a crossover between, you know, something that sim racers can enjoy as well as people that just want to jump in and have a go as well. So a couple of little notes here from Codemasters themselves. So what have we got? We've got handling options that appeal to both sim racers and casual racing game fans alike. That's kind of what we were mentioning before. Game's default is on medium difficulty with medium assist. So we'll play around a little bit with that tonight. And Lenny to clickbait, huh? What's the clickbait? A rerun? This isn't a rerun. This is live, mate. I'm talking to you right now to prove it. So unpredictable motorsport stories, edge-to-edge seat drama with cars that visually tell a story at the end of the race. No two races will be alike. Generally, no two races are alike when you're dealing with other cars. But anyway, no processional driving, and cars will behave unpredictably and take risks to stay ahead of the pack. Whether finishing first or fifth and beating your Nemesis, the excitement remains the same from start to finish. So it sounds pretty promising. There's a bunch of content in here as well. So anyway, we'll get started. We'll have a look around at what we've got. One of the things that I'm really excited to check out, hopefully, is the Sydney Motorsport Park, which is a track that I'm very familiar with. Done a ton of laps around there myself in real life. You know, it's relatively close to my house. So I've spent a lot of time there. Also very excited to drive the MCA Hammerhead car as well. Josh from MCA Suspension's actually a good mate of mine. So he helped me build my old Project BRZ back in the day that some of you guys would be familiar with. So very excited to test that car out as well. Now you'll see on my screen on the right-hand side here as well, I've got the Discord up, the Boosted Media Discord. So there's a link in the description below for that. We do have a new channel that I've just put up there for Grid. So feel free to jump in and have a chat there. But I will be keeping an eye on the comments tonight as well. 20 lashes for Lenny. Nah, that's all right. We'll let it slide this time. Yeah, Jeff, I'm just taking a little bit of a break from iRacing today to do this. I think that you know, basically the only sim racing that I've been doing lately has been iRacing, and I think because it's something that I take so seriously, I'm always trying to build my build my safety rating, my I rating. I get really frustrated when things don't go my way, and I think I need to start spending more time doing stuff that's just for fun. So I think hopefully Grid will be a good excuse to do that a little bit more, and something that you guys will enjoy watching as well. So anyway, let's jump across into the game now and see what we get here. So hopefully everything's working. We'll click here and click here. All right, looks like everything's live there. So we'll press go. Signing into RaceNet. Good old RaceNet. All right, so from what I understand, it's going to launch us pretty much straight into it. What I did before was I kind of went into the game and got the force feedback somewhat configured to sort of feel as good as I could get it for what we were doing. I am using the Simicube 2 Ultimate here with my Fanatic V3 pedals and my Fanatic shifter in sequential mode as well. So from what I understand, it's going to launch me straight into the game. Looks like everything's working. Thanks for joining the Discord there, Money Man. You're a legend. Pre-release. So this is pre-release. The full game is available on the 11th. But I do believe that those who purchased the higher tier version of the game got early access. I know a few people are already playing it now. So let me just drag a couple of things around here as well so I can see the chat. All good. All right. Hopefully it loads for me. Yeah, it seems to be okay so far. I've read a couple of people have been having a few problems with DX12 crashes. Anyway, let's pay attention.
On the road to the Grid World Series, we can expect more action, more drama, and it's all happening right here in the WSR.
WSR. All right. World Series Racing. Okay. Looks like we're straight into it. Try and change my view here to in-car. There we go. All right. So it's cool that it sort of just launches you straight into the game. Whoop. Definitely, whoa, definitely not the handling and the force feedback that I'm used to in iRacing, but it's not too bad. It feels a little bit spongy, and as I mentioned before, I have, whoa, got spun around. I have spent a little bit of time already just trying to get the force feedback feeling okay. It doesn't feel too bad. What I did was basically just turned a couple of laps of this original starter thing to get the force feedback dialed in as best I could without sort of going any further into the game. But yeah, I don't know what we're actually meant to be doing here. I guess we're just trying to get the best position we possibly can in this little mini race here. Graphics are certainly good though. Now one thing I should mention here, I'm not running my triple screens, and that's something that I'm sure you guys are wondering about. It does work in triple screens, and the graphics were quite good. I didn't have to crank them down. Whoa, just had a car respawn on the track in front of us. Didn't have to dial the graphics down too much from the maximum settings to make it work. But what I found was that the HUD, so the race time and the position and everything that you're seeing on the screen, was all on the left-hand side of the screen, and you know, completely off the screen for you guys as I was recording. So I went back to a single screen simply because I didn't want the stream to absolutely suck, and I wanted to give you guys a realistic sort of impression of how it kind of all works. So, whoop, bit of a skid there. It actually doesn't feel too bad. I mean, it's definitely no sim. I'm not going to lie about that, and I'm sure that I could dial in the force feedback settings a bit more. I'm not getting things like road texture and stuff like that so much, but you know, I'm getting all the little bumps and, you know, contacts with other cars and things like that. I'm feeling understeer and all those kinds of things, so that all works. So, all right, 11th place. I don't know if that's good enough to earn any points or anything. I think the point system in this, edit that bit out. Yeah, I can't really edit it out when it's live. No, we're just going to play it as it lies, man. Just want to give you guys a clear picture of how this all works. So let's listen to this now. Yeah, it does support triples, Neil. But as I said, the oh, it looks like we're doing an oval race. Yeah, as I said, the HUD is on the left-hand side, so off the screen, off the center screen. So, and there doesn't appear to be a way that I can find at least to adjust that. So I've gone back to single screen for now. Okay, this looks like chaos. Whoa. So we're navigating through flipped cars. Whoa. Whoa, okay. Straight into the wall.
That could have been bad. So come on, capitalize on it.
Okay, only 4 gears.
All right, plenty of
Went to change gear, it didn't work.
Getting close behind and keep that speed up.
Yeah, how much speed can I carry? Not that much speed. Okay. Whoa. Alright, get the feel for this. We've got Ram from behind. Turning left is harder than you might imagine, it turns out. I've never done any oval racing whatsoever, so can't change gear. Alright. See if we can catch these guys. Definitely looks good. The visuals are amazing. Very, very good graphics.
Okay, white flag, push now, come on.
Alright, can we catch these dudes? Come on. Not if we hit the wall. Close the door. Whoa, car. Whoa! I don't know if you guys could see that in the mirror. There was a car that just went cannonballing off this track. Completely off the track. Whoa. Oh no, I'm going to lose all my positions here. More cars coming up behind me. See if we can close the door.
Alright, get over the line.
Front bar gone from that car as well. Alright. A bit of damage there. Think I'll stick with iRacing, says Sarah. Yeah, it's certainly, I mean, it's fun though. It's definitely fun.
Clouds may be grey, but the action will be as
G'day, Just Love Day. How you doing, man?
especially given the added complexity of a waterlogged road surface.
Looks a lot like it drives like the OG grid, which is awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's been that long since I've done OG grid that I can't really remember, but definitely feels like an arcade game compared to iRacing, that's for sure. But it really depends on what you want out of it, I guess. I mean, I can't really say yet, Just Love Day, what I think of it so far, because literally what you've seen is what I've experienced. I did a couple of corners before just to get my force feedback kind of dialed in and everything working, but this is literally the first experience, so I'm not going to comment on it at all. Why are we crashing here? Okay, that's part of the cutscene, is it? Alright, some sort of a scenario. We're going to have to... looks like it's going to be some sort of a recovery drive, I guess. Okay. It's different.
Right, nicely held. Well done. Now get back up to speed.
Alright. Whoa! Oh, got a car backwards. This is, I think, the first time I've ever driven in the rain. I was just thinking, I've never done a wet race in iRacing. I can't actually recall, other than in F1 2019, I don't think I've ever done a wet race in a sim. Oh, we're getting tapped again. I feel like I should probably have the racing line on, to be honest. It's just so different from what I'm used to. Another car on the side. But hopefully throughout the next hour or so that we're going to test this out, we should start to get a feel for it. We're in top gear here. Whoa, oh, too fast. Come on, off the dirt. Alright. Now you'll also notice I'm not wearing the seatbelt. The motion platform implementation for the next level racing, motion platform V3, isn't complete yet. So there's no motion just yet, but the original grid and the second version of the grid as well are both supported. So I'm imagining that it's only a matter of time until this supports the motion platform as well. Whoa! The sound quality is really good. I'm hearing lots of sort of chatter and things like, I don't know if you guys can really hear it, but you can sort of hear people talking beside the track and the radio comms and all that sort of stuff, which is quite good. Oh man, I don't know if I got damage or something. Not according to my little HUD there. You can see there's those three little icons that show up for engine, suspension and steering, and none of them are lit up. I think it's probably just that I suck. Okay, I actually don't need to use the clutch. I just figured that out. Yeah, the graphics do look really good, Sarah. Yeah, I gotta say, I'm really impressed with that. I mean, I really wish that, and I suppose we'll probably see it with Automobilista too, but really wish that we had this level of graphics in titles like iRacing and R-Factor and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice. It's only a matter of time. G'day, Opaz. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining.
Kristen, now you're the expert, but from where I was sitting, that was a final to remember. From a mid-race spin out to an electrifying finish, this race and the WSR Series has given us plenty to look back on. But what's next?
Well, next for those skilled enough to have got this far, Alex, and made it to the top of the standings, is the Grid World Series. If the WSR is the proving ground, then the Grid World Series is the battleground, where the best racers on the planet compete in multiple race disciplines to find out who is the ultimate racer.
Well, I can't add anything more to that, Kristen. So as the dust settles on
There goes my SR. Yeah. It's so nice not having to worry about SR for a change, I can tell you.
Up for the most thrilling racing action around, and we'll be right there with you.
Thanks, Jorge. Appreciate it, man. G'day, Gluten Free. How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. All right, so we now have access to the menu system. So straight from booting up the game, it took us straight into those three little scenario-based races there. So let's just have a quick little look around here while we're here. Let me know in the comments if there's anything specific that you want to see. I'm actually going to just Alt-Tab real quick and move a couple of things around here so that I have better access to my chat panel. So I'm not having to look over to the side. There we go. All right, so let's have a look under options first. I'll give you a quick look at what we have in terms of video controls and all those sorts of things. So we'll have a look at controls first. You can see here it's detected my keyboard, obviously, my Fanatic Club Sport pedals, which also includes the handbrake as well. That is plugged in through the pedals. My Arduino Leonardo is my button box, which I haven't bothered configuring at all just yet. My Simucube 2 Ultimate, and then my Club Sport shifter. So all of the stuff was detected straight out of the box. There was no problems at all there. Now, I wouldn't say that it just worked out of the box. So pedals and everything like that was absolutely fine. But I did have to do a little bit of configuration here. So you've got under Edit Devices here, you've got a few settings for all your bindings and things like that. And I'm getting this funny thing where it keeps on jumping around. So if I try to click something, it sometimes tries to jump down on me. We've got some advanced input options here, and then our vibration and things like that. So I've got all of this set to 100 here. And if you guys are interested, let me know in the comments and I'll do another video showing you my Simucube settings. I'm not going to go into that now, but basically what I did was I just increased the inertia and the damper a little bit. I might actually adjust that a little bit more in just a moment. Left everything else pretty much default except collision, because obviously I didn't want to have it break my wrists when I hit other cars and stuff like that. But we turned off our centering force. It is still feeling a little bit rubber bandy from the little bit of driving that I've done so far. And I might just quickly actually jump into the Simucube control panel while that's open. You guys can't see it on your screen, but I'm just going to increase the friction and inertia a little bit just to try and get rid of a bit of that spongy feeling. So that's done. So jump back in again. At least Cody's have got the config sorted now. Are you talking about the config for the Simucube, or what in particular? But yeah, I mean, the user interface is really clean. It seems to do everything it needs to do. So yeah, that was basically all I had to touch in terms of controls there. Gameplay options, we've got the usual kind of adjustments here. Field of view, I'm actually going to crank up that field of view so we've got a wider angle on the center screen. Maybe turn it down a little bit. Units, driver arms and wheel, we'll leave those enabled. Difficulty settings here. So I've got it set to custom difficulty, full damage, terminal damage enabled, AI difficulty hard. Apparently, from what I've read, the AI in this game's pretty easy. So I decided to set it to hard. I might actually set it back to medium just for now and see how we go, and then we'll set it up higher again. 3 flashbacks. For those of you who aren't familiar with Codemasters games, flashbacks basically enables you to go into replay mode, rewind to before an incident happens, and then start again from there. It's a pretty cool feature. It feels like cheating, but when you're driving against AI, it is a useful thing to have. Manual sequential gears there, clutch override, and you got your ABS adjustment, traction control, stability control, and so forth. On-screen display. So this is where I had a couple of issues with triple screen. You can switch things on and off, but there's no adjustment here currently to adjust whereabouts it appears on the screen. In F1 2019, you can actually individually move all the individual elements on the screen, which is really cool. But yeah, in this particular title, it doesn't look like you can do that, at least not yet. So that's the reason why I'm not running triple screens, because all of the on-screen display stuff was all pushed over right onto the left-hand side where I can't even see it. So yeah, it's single screen for now. Under video, all your usual kind of settings here. We've got max FPS, refresh rates obviously set to 99 Hertz for my monitor here. And then under advanced, all the usual kinds of things that you would see. I've got everything absolutely maxed out for the single screen here. So Ultra, TAA, and so forth. We are running DX12 as well. Audio settings, just your usual effects and everything like that. Dolby Atmos is there as well if you want it. Legal credit, save management, RaceNet. We're not going to bother with all of that stuff just yet. And then obviously we've got our controls that we looked at already as well. So store, I'm not going to look at store just yet because I'm not really interested in DLC or anything like that. We can set up our player profile. Have a quick look at what we have here. So edit profile, player, change it to my name. Will, oh, I got caps lock on, don't I? Like an idiot. Will Ford. Yeah, it's doing that funny thing where it won't let me click on stuff again, isn't it? Ford. Race number. I always race with 196. Oh, it won't let me, so we'll do 96. Only lets you have 2 numbers. That'll do for now. I'm not going to bother changing all these other things. Banner images, panel images, accolades, whatever. Not really interested in all that stuff. Objectives. So here's a bunch of little bits and pieces that we can do. It tells us our achievements and things like that, I assume. I'm sure that will sort of reveal itself more as we go on. Let's have a look at your comments here. Saving up for a Fnatic setup and rig. Someone give me 3,000 euros. I'd love to give you 3,000 euros, Robert, but having just moved to doing this full time, I'm a bit stretched for cash myself as well. But you'll get there, man. Keep saving. Garage. So there's a bunch of cars here, and it does look like you have to purchase cars as well. So yeah, we'll have to kind of, I think you earn points throughout racing, and then you can cash in those points to purchase different cars. But we've got quite a good selection of different vehicles here. We'll move across. Oh, lovely. Got the Turbo Group 5, the Capri. M1. Stock cars. Camaros. Trucks. All sorts of things here as well. Tuner cars. Need for Speed Underground style. Got an Evo... What is that? An Evo 6? Yeah, Evo 6 there. We've got a Datsun 240Z. My mum had a Datsun 240Z back in the day. Honda S2000. What's that? It looks like a GTR. Yep, 300ZX. My old BRZ as well. Cool. Bunch of stuff in here. Another couple more Evos. Civics. And alright, we'll jump out of that. Oh, hang on. We want to look at a couple more here. Tuners. We did that. GT cars. Aston Martins. What do we got? Mustang. 370Z. 350Z rather. Camaro again. Heaps of stuff in here. And I'm sure that more stuff will unlock as we go as well. So that's pretty cool. Alright, well let's do a little bit more driving. Let's start off with... actually, we'll have a quick look at free play mode here as well. So there's a bunch of different event names, and I'm not sure exactly what these all mean just yet. Different sorts of categories and things like that, I assume. Yeah, the GTR race, yeah. I actually had a mate that bought one of those and was building it up as a project car, but I don't think he ever finished it. Did my mum do an RB26 swap into a 240Z? No, but she did lower it. This is back in the 70s, when they were new. She lowered it. She had, I think she had spacers on it, and she had the headlight covers and things like that. She's always been a bit of a rev head. So a bunch of different modes here and things like that, different disciplines as well. So we can do time attack. Now we do actually have under here, one of the things I really want to see is, where is it? Where is it hiding? Downforce Demons, is this where it is? Let's have a look. I'm gonna go Sydney Motorsport Park. And then... No, those are the Downforce Demons. Okay, yeah, there was a World Time Attack car, the MCA car in there somewhere. But anyway, let's go back into career mode for now. We'll start off. What do we want to start off with, guys? Let me know. Fernando Alonso, the Fernando Alonso Racing Team, or FART for short. What do we got? So, F1000s. We may as well just have a go at everything, I think. We'll start off with... Tuna Mum, yeah. All right, let's start off with touring cars, and then we'll move through. We'll do a couple of other ones as well. Want to give you guys a good sort of look at everything. What car do we want? I can't go past the WRX, I don't think. It's the car that I'm most familiar with in real life as well. So, have I got enough money for it? Yeah, I do. Okay. So we're starting off with 100,000 Bitcoin or whatever it is. G-Coin. Codemaster coin. So we'll do the WRX. Purchase F2. Hang on, it purchased me the, I went to select the WRX and it took me across to the Audi. That was funny. It's got this funny thing where it seems to be like scrolling across and just doing weird things. Hopefully they can get that sorted out, or maybe it's just my dodgy keyboard. But anyway, looks like we're in the, Audi for this. So we have to finish third or above. WRX. I intended to get the WRX, Mitchell, but didn't work out.
Thank you, Kristen.
Alright.
Valuable insight as always.
So we've got hot lap qualifying here. We've got tuning and continue as well. So let's have a look at tuning first. Not quite what we get with iRacing. Gear ratios, springs, dampers, anti-roll bars, and brake bias. And that is it. So that's what you have in terms of tuning. May as well leave it stock for now because I got no freaking idea what I'm doing. But we'll do a one-shot qualifying here, or a hot lap qualifying. Yeah, Audi for you. The game decided I'm going to have an Audi. All right, 3, 2, 1. I don't know this track from a bar of soap either. I mean, the force feedback just feels very spongy, I think, is probably the way I'd describe it. Like the centering force, even with the centering force turned right down, when you're turning, you really do feel it quite strongly. So, but you're not getting things like road textures, and I guess it's because the tracks aren't laser scanned, presumably. You just don't have that detail in the bumps and things, but it's giving me what I need, and I'm sure that the majority of people that are looking at playing this aren't going to be using a Simucube 2 Ultimate. So I don't want to harp on too much about the force feedback, but you know, if you're using something like a Logitech or a Thrustmaster or something like that, or even one of the lower end Fanatic wheels, I think this is going to feel just fine, to be honest. First. Maybe we should have not turned the difficulty down to medium. We'll see how we go in this race, and then we'll crank it up. All right. How are we going over here? All right, continue. Okay, so we're only half a second quicker, so it wasn't too much quicker. All right, continue.
So now we turn our attention to Kristen, our expert on all things motorsport and our co-host of all the thrilling action in this Grid World Series.
Okay.
Kristen, what should we expect from this venue?
What should we expect from this venue? Oh, it was Silverstone. I didn't even realise that I was driving on Silverstone. What an idiot. Must be like a shorter version of the circuit. Alright, don't want to listen to all that garbage.
I cannot wait for this to get going. And it's only
Thanks for the
here
donation,
at the
Opaz.
Grid World
Legend.
Series.
Thank you very much. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Whoops. Definitely think I need to turn the difficulty up if I'm in front. If I'm able to win races like this from absolutely zero skill. Okay, now I know where I am on the track. Down the back straight. So this is a little bit more familiar now. Oops. Broke a little bit too late. Okay, so we're doing a short track version here. Yes, it was the F1 flute you heard. If you want to hear it again, you have to donate. Oh, I keep on panicking every time I go off the circuit that I'm gonna get an off track from iRacing. I'm like, oh no, and then I realise that it doesn't matter. Or maybe it does matter. I don't know. I'm yet to sort of explore the scoring system. I will do a proper review of this title as a video and not a live stream later on once I've had a chance to really familiarise. This is sort of more just a first experience type live stream. Yeah, we definitely need to turn the difficulty up before we do another race. We're pulling away from them and I'm driving all over the place. If this is medium difficulty, I can't imagine how easy is. Turn it in. Maybe we should start doing some handbrake turns. G'day Dave, how you doing, man? Thanks for joining. How's the house move going? You all moved in now? Don't worry, I haven't given up on iRacing, mate. I'm just giving this a shot. Thanks for the donation, Andrew. Legend. We'll definitely make the next race more interesting. I'll crank up the AI. At least now we know that a complete noob like me can still win in medium difficulty. Top gear. All right, brake a little bit earlier this time. Whoops. Oh, I'm going to get an off track. Oh, there's our confetti. Must have won the race. Well, yeah, that was way too easy. I mean, that was, you know, I was all over the track and I was just pulling away from them. So hopefully the hard AI setting offers much more of a challenge than that does. Just want to hear the flute. That's why it's there. It's bribery. You got to donate if you want to hear the F1 flute. Waiting for your room to be finished and get the rug set back up. I think you mean rig. Don't know what you're doing with a rug, but yeah, I assume you mean rig there. So have you got a dedicated sim room again, or I don't know, was it a dedicated room before? I don't even know. It looked like it was. It'll be good to have your videos back, man. I missed them last week when I was trying to learn how to drive fast on those circuits. All right, continue. We don't need to worry about our ranking and everything. Leveled up. Yes. I assumed that you meant rig. That you meant. Oh, I can't talk anymore. That you meant rig. So we got the fastest lap as well. Wow. All right. Go to Brands Hatch. Now this is a track that we know from a couple of weeks ago. Now, can I exit from here and go into adjust my difficulty, I wonder? No, I can't. Let's hit F1 for qualifying. And what I'll do is if I can't change the difficulty, I'll do a sort of a last... Oh, there we go. All right, let's go gameplay, difficulty, and set it to very hard. Let's see how that goes. Continue. Oh, hang on. Do I need to restart the race there? Use a rag for a rug. Thanks for the donation, Mitchell. You're a legend, mate. One of my very, very first supporters on the channel. So he's been around for, what has it been now, Mitchell? 5.5 years? Really appreciate your support, mate. Okay, so we're on very hard difficulty here. Resume. Okay. See how Brands Hatch feels compared to the Skip Barber in iRacing. Oh, we still struggle with that turn. Oh, we got an off track warning. Man, it's nice having good graphics. If only we had these graphics in iRacing. Hopefully before too long. It is getting better slowly. '16th, dead last. Alright, now we got a bit of a challenge. Used foul language, Black Step? I don't know. What was it? I've got an automatic thingy on the chat. So if Macarooni's around, he'll have a look at that for you. It's just the automatic moderation on the YouTube chat though, mate. So apologies for that if you said a mildly naughty word that it picked up. Thanks for the donation, Rookie. Legend. More flutes. doing the public a valuable service there, mate. Thank you. Yeah, I think I agree with you, Neil. I prefer good quality force feedback and physics and everything to quality graphics, but it would be nice to have both. All right, let's go. Continue.
And we're heading into the final round now, where it'll all be
Man, that's a
decided.
thick accent.
Tell me what's gonna happen.
All right.
Be a really heated race ahead. We've seen
Really
some
heated
great
race ahead.
The way the points are stacked, I can see
Okay.
a few people. All right, we'll
Dead
get
last.
that shortly because the race is about to get underway.
Turn 1, chaos. Now, one of the things I've been reading is that the AI in this game battle each other as hard as they battle you, so... Kept it clean so far. Whoops. And no longer clean. Bit of damage there on the WRX. WRX. I mean, the more you get the feel of it, the more fun it becomes. Take a break. That was last week, mate. I took a couple of days off over the weekend. Whoops. But no, I'm back at it now, man.
We are chasing the pack.
Starting to get the feel for the old girl now. Thanks for the donation, Neil. Very much appreciated. And I'm sure everybody else appreciates the F1 flute as well. People that are watching the replay are going to be wondering what the hell's going on. Flute invasion. I knew the flute was a good choice. Oh, let's see how brave we can be. No, don't spin, don't spin. Oh, we're going to lose a few spots. See if we can... Don't want to come 15th. Come on. Gamer Muscle will be here in here next minute, challenging me to finish above 13th like I did to him last night. It was really funny. I gave him a donation during his live stream in iRacing doing skippies and said you have to pay it back if you don't come higher than 13th, and he was in 15th at the time. And then he ended up overtaking a crashed car in like the second last corner and ended up... It was fun though. So I'm sure he'll be here at some point heckling. 15th. Okay, so that was definitely more challenging though. That felt like it was a lot better with the AI cranked all the way up. So we might go to hard next and see whether that offers a whether that offers more of a realistic challenge where we can still sort of progress through the field. So is she Sim Katie? Definitely Sim Katie, mate. It is definitely no simulator. I will attest that. Obviously, I mean the main reason why I say that is because of the quality of the force feedback through the SimuCube 2 Ultimate. I don't know what it feels like with a Fanatic wheel, and I will test it out with the... I've still got my CSL Elite and my Club Sport wheelbase 2.5, so I will test it out with both of those as well, just to see how it feels. But yeah, with the SimuCube 2 Ultimate, it's definitely nowhere near what you experience with iRacing or Race Room or R-Factor, anything like that. Just going to make a couple of little fine-tuning adjustments to my force feedback settings here again quickly. I'm going to crank up my, you guys can't see this, but I'm just cranking down my damping a bit, cranking up my friction a bit, and turning down my inertia a little bit again. Just trying to get it to feel a little bit cleaner. It feels really springy. Crank that down too. So, and that's the problem. Like the spring force, even though I've got the spring force turned right down inside the game itself, it's just having that kind of springy effect. Might go into the settings quickly again, see if we can tweak it out there. Good morning, A Sim Racing Experience. Thank you for joining. Good to have you here, mate. All right, let's continue. Skip. So we'll do one more of these, and then we'll jump in and we'll give something else a try, I think. Wet race. Uh-oh, or is this just a cutscene? Let's have a look. Oh no, it's just a cutscene. Alright, okay, so that was the end of that little championship. So let's do stock cars next. We'll just run through everything in order. So stock cars. What do we want? We've got some cars here that we can purchase, but I don't really want to spend money. Do we want to go old school? Yeah, let's go old school. Bay Area Storm, San Francisco. Okay. Loading.
It might be the city by the bay, but today San Francisco is hosting a street circuit like no other.
Yeah, I did actually check that, Andrew. I checked to see if it was the wheel making it jump around. It doesn't appear to be, but not 100%. I did try setting a dead zone and it didn't make any difference. Alright, let's do this. Are the streams on a set time, Neil? No, I'm actually working on a content schedule at the moment. When I mentioned a couple of weeks ago that I was finishing up with my job and moving to full-time, that's kind of blown out a little bit. I'm still working full-time at the moment, and that's probably going to be the case for at least another week. So once that's all happened, we'll be streaming at much more regular times, setting up a proper content schedule and things like that. But as of right now, no. G'day, Mark. Tanner, thanks for joining, mate. Michael Pitt. Yeah, look, I mean, it is a bit arcade. If you're after a sim, I wouldn't buy it. But if you're after something that you can just have a little bit of fun with and race with your mates and things like that, then yeah, I think it's definitely enjoyable. Anyway, let's do our qualifying lap here. I was going to set it back to hard difficulty as well, wasn't I? I'll quickly do that. So we'll get going. So options, gameplay, difficulty, and let's go hard. No, it's not letting me change it. There we go. Apply. Restart. Okay. How's the feedback versus Forza? I've never played Forza Motorsport or Forza Horizon with a proper wheel, so I cannot comment on that, I'm afraid. Okay, this actually does feel a little bit better now with the adjustments I just made. As I crash into the wall. Alright, get a feel for this car. Those gear changes are so slow. Downshifted too far. dark. I can barely see in the shadows here. Apologies if it's dark for you guys. It actually looks like it's a little bit brighter for you on your view than it is for me on the monitor. So whoops. Yeah, the steering definitely feels a lot better now with that adjustment. I've gotten rid of that kind of notchy, not notchy, but that kind of spongy rubber band feeling to an extent. Wouldn't say it's fixed it completely, but it's definitely a lot better than it was. Alright. 16th, dead last again. We did need to get a little bit of a feel for the car though, so that's alright, I'll take it. John, you must have only just joined. So I did try it on triple screens. It doesn't work properly, unfortunately. The reason I say that is, number one, well, two things. We've got the issue with the projection correction still. So just like F1 2019, it distorts everything on the side screens. But the reason why I'm not doing it is simply because the OSD, the on-screen display, is pushed right off onto the left-hand side, the very far left-hand side of the left-hand side monitor. So I can't see it at all, and you guys can't see it in the stream either. Is it better if you use hood cam? Let's try that. Actually, that's a good idea. I'll give it a try on hood cam. We do have a hood cam, so we may as well give it a shot. Didn't even think of that.
With a beautiful and commanding view of the Pacific Ocean, here we are in San Francisco for the Grid World Series.
Okay.
Kristen, what are your thoughts?
Well, Alex, we've
Don't really care about your thoughts, Kristen. Sorry.
races out there too. I've seen them post some absolutely insane times here, so we should be seeing something that is next level in just a moment.
Well, I'm sure.
Alright, let's change the view
So it
here.
looks like things
Oh, we
are
actually have a
about to
wider
get
field of view there as well. Maybe that's cool. We'll try this first.
Listen, look for an early overtake.
We'll do this first, and then we'll do hood view after. It's a little bit back seat, but it's not too bad. Probably looks better for you guys too. Dive bomb! Dive bomb! Sparks flying. Oh, squeeze him. Yeah, definitely a lot better in the force feedback now. I've got that a little bit more tweaked. Whoops. Whoa, kept it off the wall. Yeah, this view is actually a lot easier. Which is funny, because you'd expect that having it more realistic in terms of field of view would make it easier, but no, I'm actually finding this is easier like this.
We're on the last lap. Let's make up some ground.
Let's make up some ground. Oh, not that way. Oh no, stuck. That's cool. So the barrier actually deformed a little bit there, I think, when I hit it. Oh, we've got a car in the wall. Yeah, so the barrier actually deformed a little bit there. That's cool. Oh. At least I think it did. I might have just happened to hit it at exactly the right angle. I don't know. See, my bonnet's loose. Ooh. Oh. Yeah, it's probably easier because I'm looking at it on a single screen rather than the triples. You're right. I just thought that feeling, giving that feeling like I'm sitting in the back seat might kind of throw me a bit, but it's not. There's our confetti. Well, we gained one position. Maybe I'm just really good at the Audis. I don't know. This is why you quit using wheels. How do you mean? No, I don't want to rewind. I want to keep it real. I'm not trying to get high scores here. I'm just trying to give you guys a realistic impression of what it's like to play. All right, let's keep going. Protest. I do actually have, if you guys have been following the chat or the community post, I got my Xbox controller to do the funny steering wheel video hopefully soon. The little steering wheel controller thing is still on its way off eBay or Wish or whatever it was I ordered it from, but I do have the Xbox controller here ready to go. So that will be happening soon. Enjoying the stream while at work. Keep it up, buddy. Trying to reach your level with my channel, but still a lot of work to do to build the viewer base. Mate, it takes time. It's, you know, I mean, this channel's still relatively small, but, you know, I've been doing this for over 5 years now, almost 5.5 years. So it's, yeah, it's one of those things. You just got to keep plugging away at it. And like I was doing at least 20 hours a week, every single week on the channel before I ever earned a cent from it or really had a following at all. I only had about 6,000 followers after 3 years. So it just takes time, man. All right, see what we can do here. I don't even know what's going on. I wasn't paying attention.
Watch your headlights. Keep them intact for the duration.
Oh, yeah, we need to watch our headlights. That's a good point as I smash into the car next to me and break a headlight. Oh, I'm nervous overtaking. Oh, I'm downshifting too far as well. Oh no, understeer. Oops. Whoop. Oh, there goes my headlights. Oh, I've just picked up a Nemesis apparently. So that's one of the things I was reading about with this game. You end up with a rival that you kind of becomes your nemesis and the guy that wants to beat you all the time. So that adds a little bit more of a dynamic flavor to the game as well, apparently. So we'll see how that plays out over time. But that's one cool little way to make things a little bit more interesting. This is more like a destruction derby than a stock car race, but oh well. Final lap. Oh! Reverse. Straight back across the track, who cares? Okay, I definitely have some damage here. Got a car stationary. 2 cars stationary. Pick up a couple of spots. Nice turn, yeah. Real nice turn. Oh. I think I'm becoming used to VR as well. I'm having real trouble here. This is the first driving I've really done without VR for almost a month now, and I'm really struggling to judge my braking zones. Starting right. I'm getting the feel for it right as I reach the finish. Yeah, I'm just starting to get the feel for it now. There we go. Any road feeling in the force feedback? No, not really. I was talking about that before, John. I mean, you feel the bumps and the undulations, but there's no texture feeling really. And again, I don't know whether that's just because the settings aren't dialed in yet. I did spend about an hour before I started the stream though, just doing the first lap of the first scenario over and over to try and get the force feedback feeling right. But yeah, I'm not getting any sort of surface texture or anything like that at all in the force feedback. And I don't have anything turned down that would sort of indicate that that would be, you know, affecting it. So yeah, it's a bit tricky there. Smashing effort, yeah, definitely smashing's the right word for that. Alright, might be time to give something else a go now, I think. Skip this as well. We definitely didn't place, I don't think. Yeah. Might have to give that another go later. Alright, let's give the tuners a try. Don't leave any part undamaged. I don't know. I guess we'll find out whether the Nemesis also wants to crash into us. It certainly seemed like he was turning into me there for a little while. Yeah, I'm not sure. You can play this game with the motion simulator. I got confirmation from SimHub. Yeah, that's true, Lenny. For my particular scenario, I'm using the Motion Platform V3 and it uses its own software. And that at the moment isn't working with this game yet. But they're usually pretty good at releasing new updates. So I'd imagine within the next couple of days probably. Remember, this game isn't officially out yet too. It doesn't come out until the 11th. But yeah, the older versions of Grid are supported by it. So I'm absolutely certain that they'll implement that later on. Okay, let's have a look at this. I've got to do the BRZ, right? Because I used to have one. I'm sure you guys will be upset that I'm not doing the old GTR here, but no, I'm going to do the BRZ because it's familiar. Give us a picture of how realistic it is. Don't have high hopes for realism here. So F2, purchase. Okay. Select. JDM Rush.
We are in San Francisco.
Oh, raining again. Yay.
World Series. Kristen, what are your thoughts?
Well, racing in wet conditions. Think of it like this. You can still be quick, but the speed you
Yeah,
have-
Fernando Alonso has his own class. Apparently it's called the Fernando Alonso Racing Team, or FART for short. Although I think they may have changed it now.
Kristen, well, it's nearly
Okay, let's do our qualifying session here.
their team and getting prepared to head to their view.
Actually, screw the qualifying. Let's just go straight into it. Loading something here, yeah. Oh, it looks like we are doing qualifying. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it sounds pretty beefy for a BRZ. Doesn't have any acceleration though. I think this is the same circuit we just did. Yeah, it is. This car actually feels quite a lot better. I think it's just because I've never driven anything like a stock car before maybe, but this does feel quite a lot more playful. Look at that sun reflection too. The graphics are absolutely amazing. Whoa. Definitely would have crashed if I kept going through there. Alright. Try the fart carts. Yeah, I definitely will try the fart carts. We'll just work our way through the list. We'll go through everything. My BRZ was supercharged, but it was a centrifugal supercharger, so it was worked like a turbo, but the boost obviously ramped up as it increased in RPM. So it was running 14 pounds of boost, so it was 213 kilowatts. It did 0 to 100 in about 4.7 seconds, I want to say. So it was pretty quick. It was a good little car. I do miss it sometimes. Actually had it in at the workshop a couple of weeks ago. Alright. An OFT tune? Nah, no OFT tunes. Did you end up doing an OFT tune on yours, Mitchell? Can't remember. I remember I tried to talk you out of it. I don't remember if you ended up doing it or not. You just wanted to hear me say fart cart. There you go. There, I just said it again. Fart cart. Alright, let's go. Yeah, DNR Gaming. Look, I mean, as I've said before, I mean, it's a fun game, and I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm enjoying playing it. But, I mean, if simulation is your thing, then, yeah, I think you probably will be a little bit disappointed with this, because it's not a simulator. And again, I mean, that's just based on my experience with the SimuCube 2, but it's going to be wet all race, apparently. Man, the graphics, though, with this rain and the spray and everything are really amazing. I don't need to tell you that. You guys can see that for yourselves. This car is a lot more realistic to drive, though, than the stock car felt. I mean, obviously I don't have any experience driving a stock car, and I got lots of experience driving one of these, but this feels a lot better, I gotta say. I mean, I still wouldn't say it's anything like iRacing, but whoa, sun glare. Off the pace after the first lap, apparently. No surprises there. This is fun, though. Whoops. Send it up the inside. Come on. Whoop. Oh, we got a new Nemesis. I think we may have upset them. Yeah, see, it's funny. I don't know whether it's because I'm used to driving one of these cars, but I'm immediately a lot more comfortable with this than I was with the stock car. This is fun.
Third lap now. Keep it smooth and that'll keep you fast.
Whoops. Imagine my heart rate's getting up now. This is quite intense with this rain. One more lap.
Last lap. Come on, let's have at least
Whoops.
one more, please.
Send it up the inside. Yeah, I got him. See if we can get one more here. Honda S2000. Get him before VTEC kicks in. Although we do have Subaru's equivalent. Variable valve, VVT, whatever the hell the Subaru call it. Alright. Well, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. That was a lot better than those stock cars. Last lap crash and finish 15th again. Nah, Andrew, have some faith, mate. FA20 timing belt. Yeah, the timing belt was about to snap, mate. Why does Grid's BRZ only have a 7k red line? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think I ever actually revved my BRZ to 7.5k. I was always scared. Always worried something was going to break. Yeah, it's a timing belt on there. Actually, no, that's not true. It's a chain on the FA. It's a belt on the it's a chain on the FA series motors. It's a belt on the what am I thinking? The EJ series engines from Subaru. So yes, it is a chain on the FAs from what I remember. Probably completely wrong. I can't remember, but yeah, in my head I'm thinking it's a chain. It's been a long time since I pulled one apart. What else have we got here? Just having a look at your comments.
And we're heading into the final round now, where it'll all
Are these the guys that make the F1 game? Yeah, the Codemasters. Yeah, it's the same guys that make the F1 2018, F1 2019, and so forth.
Dare I say, it looks set in stone.
All right. I'm not going to bother with qualifying. Let's just go. Yeah, EJs are definitely belt, but I'm pretty sure FAs are a chain. Somebody Google it. I've had that many of them apart, and I'm doubting myself now. All right, let's see what we can do. How'd the timing belt chain go, Neil? Did you have a good time doing it? Not exactly an easy job on a Subaru with the, you got to take the radiator out and everything to get to it. Depending on the, ooh. Poor BRZ. Datsun beside us. Oh, we got a tunnel now. Oh, that was nice. Clean overtake, maybe. Oh, drifting. Yeah, see, we're starting to get the feel for it now. Starting to have a lot more fun with it. Oh, oh, I'm gonna spin him around. Screw it. Let's just win it this way. Oh, nah. He's gonna be pissed off. Seem to be braking really early. Oh, I think we got rammed. Overtaken on the inside. Drifted around the outside of him. Oh yeah! That was sweet. Completely unrealistic, but sweet. Oh, not gonna work this time though. Come on for the win. Gotta do one more lap though, and now I don't have somebody else to use as a reference for braking points either. Final lap. Oh, come on. No, you don't overtake me. I will make this BRZ as wide can be. Whoop, drifting. No! No! Nice. Yeah. When you get it right, it's fun. Winner! Oh, look at that poor car. Sorry, BRZ. Thoughts on grid so far? What do you guys think? I mean, it's as much your opinion as it is mine. Yeah, I mean, like, the more I'm getting into it, the more I'm adjusting to the unrealistic feel. And, you know, I'm enjoying it for what it is. And I think that's it. I mean, it's, you know, it is a Simcade title, and it's not meant to be super realistic. And it certainly isn't super realistic, but I'm having a lot of fun. And I mean, that's what we're here to do, right? I mean, that's what you buy these titles for, is to have fun. I mean, it's not trying to be something that you're going to train to learn tracks and things like that on. So, I mean, I think for what it's trying to be so far, at least, I'm very impressed with it. All right, on to the next category now. I think, is it Alonso next? Is it the fart next? Don't forget, guys, to jump into our Discord as well. You can see there, we do have a channel there for grid. And I think this might actually be a fun thing to do some casual racing in as well. Some casual online racing. Let's jump into GT cars now. And we'll do Alonso, we'll do the fart after that. Yeah, Mark, it is a heap of fun. I will give it that. All right, I'm gonna do the Aston Martin again because I don't want to spend any cash on anything else. GT Group 2 Super Sprint loading. Okay.
Welcome everybody to today's event. Kristen, what are we in for today?
Yeah, this is a very disciplined and sophisticated series, Alex.
Disciplined and sophisticated series. Okay. Sophisticated. Alright, I'm going to do qualifying this time. Yeah, I'd say, I mean, I haven't played the Forza Motorsport series games, so I can't really compare, but I mean, from what I've seen, this is very similar. Whoa, okay, this car's tail happy. It's like the complete opposite of what I was just driving. Whoa, okay. Look at those lighting effects though, so good. I mean, I do have the graphics cranked all the way up, so this is as good as they can possibly be. Obviously, whoa, your experience is going to vary depending on the specs of your system. But, wow, this car's hard to drive. It does feel good though. I mean, you definitely have to. You can't just bounce it off the walls like those stock cars. You do have to kind of nurse it around the turns and balance the back end. So it feels pretty good. A little bit careful with the throttle application as well. Whoops! Too much speed again. Back out of the throttle. That is going to be a 16th place for sure. Yep. G'day Scooby G, how you going, man? Is it just Grid 2007 with updates? I mean, look, it handles very, very similar to Grid 2007. But I wouldn't say it's just the same game with updates. I mean, obviously the graphics are way better than they were back in 2007. But I mean, the overall experience of driving is very similar in terms of the look and feel of the, you know, not the look, what am I saying? The look and feel. The overall experience is very similar in terms of the handling. It's the look and feel that's been greatly improved. But I mean, there is a lot of new stuff like, you know, having the Nemesis and stuff like that as well. So, all right, let's get this race done.
Ooh, Kristen, this Havana circuit, is spicy.
99 frames per second. Yeah, it's actually, I've got it capped at 99 frames per second at the moment, Chris. So,
Got a bit of everything. Fast straight, corners,
yeah, I've got it capped. So I'm
and there's hidden hazards.
able to run a lot more than that, but it was creating problems with the stream. The screen was flickering and stuff like that, so I've capped it at 99 for now. But yeah, with the graphics turned all the way up on the single screen, I'm able to get about probably 150 frames a second. And yes, the field of view is way off, but we did have the more realistic field of view earlier, but I found it was easier with the single screen to drive with this field of view, and it also looks better for you guys as well. So yes, I'm aware that the field of view is wrong, and my driving is wrong. You can change it though. I mean, I'll cycle through the cameras quickly here now. You've got a rear view here, bonnet cam. Actually, let's try the bonnet cam for a bit. Whee, and I'm already spinning. Okay, yeah, this is just weird. See if I can get used to it. It's weird because the sound is also adjusted as well, so it sounds like I'm floating on top of the car, which I am. I actually do think I'm getting a little bit faster though with this camera. Whoa. Whoops. That won't make him happy. Oh. Yeah, now he's upset with me. That's the realistic field of view for reference. Whoop, drifting. Oh, we got hit. Oh, Nemesis hit me and spun. Poor guy. G'day, Atul. How you doing, man? Thanks for joining. Whoops. Oh, we'll get that corner right eventually. One way to overtake. Racing line combo. Yeah, that was definitely taking the racing line there. I love how you get plus points for shifting gears as well. I hadn't noticed that before, but positive XP for changing gears. Yeah. Oi! Oh!
They won't be happy with that.
I'll just block the whole track. Don't want to lose any positions. There's my Nemesis again. Let's see if we can piss him off some more. See how much we can upset him. Whoa, not if I crash. Gotta catch him first. Don't think I'm gonna be able to catch him. Oh, I did it again. Final lap. Last lap of this torture.
Okay.
Whoops.
Let's get in this race.
Change back to the wacky field of view again. Somebody call the FOV police. Alright, this is the one I have to slow down for. Not that much though. Or is that the one I have to slow down for? We still made it. Didn't hit the wall that time. Is that the finish line? Yay! Does the game run good? Yeah, I mean it's running absolutely fine, but I mean that's relative, isn't it? Because it depends on the machine that you have it on. But I haven't had any crashes or anything like that. I've seen a couple of people had problems with DX12 crashing and stuff like that, but haven't had any problems at all on this machine. How you going, Daniel? Thanks for joining in, man. Good to see you. Alright, let's continue. Got one more race. I'm not going to bother qualifying with it, and then we'll be doing the Alonso races. Am I going to watch the Bathurst race on Sunday? I don't know, man. I'll watch as much of it as I possibly can. Alright. Oh, that was it. I thought I had one more race in this series, but must not. Must have been a single race. Alright. Time for the fart carts. Look at that thing. Look at those wheels. Look like they should be on a Holden Commodore. $70,000. 70,000 Codemasters Bitcoin things. Alright. Gotta do what you gotta do. Thanks, Atul. Appreciate the love, mate.
What a pleasure to be here at Shanghai.
F1000s. All right.
Kristen, you've raced here before. Tell us about this track.
There's no shortage of incredible scenery to take in here.
Kimoa.
However, out on the track that has
Alonso's
background.
Alonso's favorite sponsor. All right, let's get this underway. Fart cut time. Look at that speed. Oh, it feels sketchy. Oh my goodness. Oh no. Oh no. They're a lot faster than they look. Look at the brakes glowing there. Can you guys see? Oh, can you guys see that on your screen? Yeah, you can. That's a cool touch. These feel really cool, actually. Alright. 13th place. Not dead last this time. Hooray! Car brings back some memories. Why is that, mate? Alright. I think we should be able to make up some positions this time.
Kristen, a pleasure as always to be in your company. And know Kristen, everybody. She is a two-time World Time Attack champion.
Whoa, Kristen's a two-time World Time Attack champion. I don't remember that happening.
With all that expertise,
World Time Attack. That's something that I'm keen to check out.
It's really kind
We'll
of
see if we
Alex.
can. We'll
Thank
see if we can
everyone that
experiment
played
with some of
out
those things in a moment.
Grid World Series hosts many styles of racing, you know, classic circuits and oval configurations. But this right here is a street circuit. Roads that are normal
Something like
lanes,
Ricky
so
from
how
the
that
Trailer
gets
Park
started.
Boys. I do have my settings set pretty tight for language,
Okay, good luck.
simply because I had some problems last year with some guys that were trolling and just causing all sorts of problems for the channel. Whoa! Maldonado to...
Let's rein it in. You push them over the edge here.
Uh-oh, we've made a Nemesis in our first corner. Gained some positions though. Uh-oh, I think I broke my car. No, car's good. If you want to see how realistic this game is, there's your answer. It's a lot of fun though. Oh, come on. Oh, come on, Louis. That's not fair. It's like Mario Kart. Oh, we've got a car in the air. Uh-oh. Trying to brake. Oh. Oh, that was sweet. Catch this Nemesis.
This is the final lap. Let's get out of mid.
Oh! Couldn't pull it up. Oh dear. Oh dear. Dead last again. Oh well. We were doing so well as well. They just breaks. Oh, ow. Nearly broke my thumb. Whipped around on me. They seem to just break really early. Just drive straight around the outside of him. Sideways into the wall. '13th. So we ended up, after all of that, we finished where we started. Oh boy. I'm definitely slow. Alright. One more race of this, I think. Man, that really hurt my finger on this hand and nearly broke my thumb on this hand when it whipped on me. It's crazy. Alright. This game with the direct drive wheel, if I had this thing turned up to 100%, then I'm running it at about 20% at the moment. If I had it at 100%, that would have probably snapped my arm clean off, to be honest.
Well, I doubt we're gonna see
The
a
Sim
really
Hub.
good
Hey mate, how you going?
dare I say, it looks
Going well, thank you.
though that's not to say that
Enjoying playing this. This is a lot of fun.
before it's over.
well, we're about
Alright,
to
we'll
see
do a, oh, I'm not going to bother with qualifying. We'll just jump straight in again. Keen to give. We seem to be getting a, we're getting a lot of street circuits at the moment. I want to, try something else. I really want to see if we can get onto Sydney Motorsport Park, because it's a track that I'm actually familiar with. So we'll give that a try. RIP the talk, yeah. No, honestly, if I'd had that force feedback turned up then, that would have been the end of my driving for the next month, I think. That was scary.
Good luck, my friend.
I'm going to brake earlier this time because I know that they brake really early. Oh, come on. Oh. Come on. Slipstream. Maxed out. Top gear. Oh yeah. Oh no. Oh, there it goes, whipping again. Whoa. Okay, that's the end of my arm. That is rule 1 of a direct drive wheelbase. You just let go. You don't try to hold on to it because you will end up with a broken arm. And that was actually worse than the previous time. It just whipped on me. Where are you coming from? It's got 400 horsepower and a baller exhaust by the looks of things.
Last lap. Let's push through now.
There we go. Is this my Nemesis guy? Maybe. Send it up the inside. Whoop. Oh, no. Uh-oh. 6th place. Whoa, look at my car. It's funny, the nose cone's gone, but I think the wing must be pushed back. Alright. Have you tried online yet? No, I haven't. Literally what you guys have seen in this stream is literally the only playing that I've done. So, AI seems quite stupid. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was braking all over the place there as well. So, be interesting to see once I've gotten better at it. The AI seemed pretty good when I was driving the BRZ. So, and I was a lot more competent at driving that car. So, yeah, I'm not gonna judge it too harshly just yet. But it's definitely more arcade. Maybe we might actually try an online race. We'll have a look. Invitational. So I'm getting sick of all these street circuits, and I'm sure you guys are too. So, oh, there we go. There's an event at Sydney Motorsport Park. What have we got? Let's give that a shot. We'll do that one. Just because I want to see Sydney Motorsport Park. Oh, we don't have enough money. There we go. There's where we start to run into issues. So we can't just do whatever we want. We've got to actually earn the rights to it. So let's go out into free play mode here. All talk. See, I don't know what any of because it's not changing the image here, so I don't know what these are. Downforce challenge, downforce demons. Like, I mean, you don't know until you actually go into. If we go Sydney Motorsport Park here. I can do the Audi. I don't really want to do the Audi. So what's... We want to do stock cars? No. Invitational? No. No. We'll try vehicle class world time attack. See Andrew, thanks for joining. Matthew Everingham's here. How you going, man? I assume you're going to be out at World Time Attack next weekend. Hey Time Runner, how you going, man? Down first, probably Time Attack car. That's what I thought too, but it doesn't appear to be. Alright, let's jump in here. There we go. Alright, so again, we can't afford any of the cars. There's the MCA car that I wanted to drive. But can't afford it, so can't drive it. And it's going to be a while until we can afford it too. So let's let me see. I just want to try and get in a car that I can drive around this circuit. We'll do modified cars, maybe that'll work. There we go. We'll do the BRZ. There we go. That's a car that I've driven around a track that I've driven around. So that should be pretty cool.
Hello and welcome to today's event. Kristen, what have we got in store here?
Yeah, this is my favorite series to compete in, Alex. Don't you know it?
Matthew just got in trouble by the bots for spamming caps.
Maximum downforce. These cars are firmly planted.
Alright.
Thank you, Kristen. Well, it's nearly time.
Well, this is
our
cool.
Drivers are having last-minute discussions with their team and getting
Spent
prepared.
many an hour as a child sitting in that grandstand. Where's the big tall thingy though? Oh, we're at the pit entry here. See how realistic it looks. There's the little ARDC tower.
Okay, let's go. You've got this.
I've got this, do I? Alright. Turn one. Well, that doesn't look very realistic. There's no runoff. Oh, they brake so aggressively. Keep it pegged. I mean, all the objects next to the track and everything look pretty realistic, though. That's a few additional grandstands and stuff there, but whoops. Okay, this is like a yeah. There's a couple of grandstands that don't exist in real life there, but there's a little thing that goes up over onto Corporate Hill. Send it up the inside again. Up to second. Drifting. All right. See if we can draft him into turn one here.
Nice work on the first lap. You're in second place.
Wasn't confident there. Just drive around the outside of him. Whoops. Back around onto Corporate Hill again. Hey Nath, how you doing, man? Good to see ya. We miss you over here in Australia. You should come back sometime. Yeah, there's a few additional objects there, Matthew, for sure. Some of the extra grandstands and stuff, but overall it looks pretty good. I mean, the pit lane all looks really cool, and yeah, I mean, there's a couple of little creative licensey type things, but overall it looks pretty good. Certainly the best rendition that I've seen. The only other rendition of Sydney Motorsport Park I've seen in a sim is a third-party one for Assetto Corsa that seems to be quite good. I mean, the graphics are pretty terrible, but the track layout and the bump mapping and everything seems to be pretty accurate. But this is good. This is fun. And it's funny that, I've kind of been a little bit critical of the handling and everything, but you put me in a car that I've driven in real life around a track that I've driven in real life as well, and suddenly I'm running away from the field. So that's got to say something. Yeah, the extra grandstands are definitely... I'm like, where am I? What's going on? Oh, no, I got a 1X. They say you've cut the track. Alright. That was pretty cool. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with that. Alright, why don't we try a hand at multiplayer, see if we can get into a lobby, and then I think I might call it a day. We've been going for almost 2 hours now, and I'm getting pretty tired. So, it's almost 11 o'clock here at night, so need to try and get an early night. But anyway, we'll quickly jump in, see if we can get into a multiplayer lobby, and then I'll give you my overall impressions. If you guys have got any other questions that you want to have answered, let me know in the comments as well. Okay. Alright. Skip. I don't want to continue. I want to go back. Alright. Multiplayer. Quick match. Quick maths. You like the heart rate monitor? Yeah, it's a nice little... I'm actually surprised it's still going. I thought the battery would have gone dead by now, but it's not really doing much while we're driving here. But when we get going in iRacing, when the nerves are up and everything, it's pretty cool. All right, what do we got? Quick match event. We'll just do... Oh, there we go. It's just taking us straight into a lobby. So
How you feeling about this one?
Pretty good.
see what happens.
The opening race is always
Yeah, I'll tell Jill you said hi, mate.
who is going in a bit nervy and maybe holding back for the later stages, and who is just going flat out right from the start.
Exactly, Kristen. Well, it won't be too long until
All
we
right.
get underway here.
Waiting, synchronizing, waiting for players. Hopefully we don't have to wait too long. Me at an early night doesn't sound realistic. Yeah, it's a struggle sometimes. I was up until about 3 last night. Here we go. All right. So there you go. That's how long it took to get into a lobby, and that's when the game isn't even really released yet. It's only the early access and the full version that you can get in on. So
Same strategy out there. Just be aware of the braking distance in the wet.
now, do I try to be respectful or do I just go for it? I don't know. What's the etiquette for this game? I feel like I've been thrown in the deep end with the rain though, that's for sure. Whoa! My bad.
Hit them one too many times.
Loop it around. Be disqualified? No. Well, that's the last time I'm going to be invited to play online. Where's the track go? Alright, here we go. Now I know where I am. This next turn's going to be interesting. How much do I need to back off?
We're chasing the pack.
Oh, man. Just got overtaken by a girl too. Whoops. Sorry. Sorry, Clara. Oh, I can't brake. This is an absolute disaster. You can use the flashbacks in online, can you? How does that work? How on earth can flashbacks possibly work online? I can't get my head around that. Just drive around the outside of him, whatever. Whoops.
The last lap. Let's give it everything.
Oh man, can't brake hard enough. That was lucky. Alright, we got these guys. Don't know what happened there. Brake. Whoa, we're faster. Drive around the outside of everybody. Well, it was a good finish. Did flash with the lights. What does it say? Everyone eventually ends up on iRacing, and games like this mean iRacing gets filled with drive-bombing noobs. Yeah, it's kind of true. I think there's definitely an aspect of that. It's you know, people play these games and then they jump on iRacing and drive exactly the same way. But yeah, I mean, like, that was a lot of fun. I'm not going to lie, I did quite enjoy that. Let's just have a little bit more of a poke around in the menu quickly before we sign off for the night. All right. Sitting here with a blurry screen now. Don't know what's going on. Is it frozen or is it? Oh, no, there we go. All right. Why don't we? You know what? We'll try one more. We're here. We may as well. Well, Brands Hatch, familiar track too.
What are your thoughts?
And if I have a crash, I'll try that. That flashback as well, as suggested. See how that works.
So let's just wait and see.
That's off to you, Kristen. Well, it's nearly time. Just a few
No
moments of
punterino. Yeah, I'm
rest.
doing my best.
And enjoy this event.
Try to keep it clean this time. Yeah, I agree with you there, SimHub. You know, sometimes you need to just have a bit of mindless entertainment and a bit of fun. Alright, let's go. Might change the view this time too. Yeah. Brands Hatch. Come on. Oh, there's a dive bomb. Can't really complain though after what I did in the last race. The smoke effects are nice. this could get interesting.
Right, you are off the pace after the first lap. Chase down the pack.
Seem to be doing all right. I think it helps that I'm somewhat familiar with the circuit. I think a lot of these guys aren't. Up into 6th.
We're on the last lap. Let's make up some.
Whoa!
Listen, just stay out of
No!
the
Alright, let's try the flashback. How does it work? Oh, is it there? No, there is no flashback. How do you flashback? I don't know. Reset vehicle? No, that doesn't work. Okay. If there's a flashback in multiplayer, I don't know how to use it. Oh, I nearly broke my thumb again there. We were doing so well. We were all the way up to 6th. Whee! Oh man, that whip around on the force feedback is absolutely brutal. Alright, bring it back in. Bring it around. See you, Matthew. Take it easy, mate. Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully I'll see you down at Sydney Motorsport Park. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it yet. Flashback is a button, okay? I have no idea what that button is. Normally you can get to it from a menu, I'd imagine. I'll have a quick look at the settings. See if I can find it. They say you cut the course. Yes, they certainly do. Alright, let's jump out. Can't get out of this now either. User profile F1. Alright. Skip. Continue. It's saying we got one more race maybe? I don't know. See what happens. Yes, I do like me some 911. Porsche 911. That sounded terrible. It was a horrible thing to say. Alright. Okay, I think this might be the last race. I don't know.
And we're heading into the final round now.
Final round, yeah, okay. I still don't know what the control is for force feedback, but I'm in for flashback. But, yeah, doesn't matter.
Really change their fortunes too much, but that shouldn't stop them going for a win.
Well, we're about to
Is it F for flashback maybe? I don't know, press F in chat for flashback. Who knows? Alright. I'm on PC, Ben. Hey Andrew, how you going, mate? Alright, thank you for that. Oh. Whee! Drifting. Downshifted too far. Oh, we're racing Jesus now. Jesus Navarro. Come on, Jesus. Oh no, I just rammed Jesus up the arse. Oh! Alright, see if we can find this flashback button. Options. Controls. Keyboard. Edit device. Where's the flashback button? I want to test it. 1. Okay. So number 1 is flashback. So what happens if we press 1? So press 1. Okay. So it just kind of takes you back a little bit. Okay. How does that work though? I can't get my head around how that works because what does it do to everybody else? That doesn't make any sense. Who knows? I don't understand. Alright, let's see if we can get a clean lap. What? No, not quite.
It's the final lap. Come on, we don't want last place.
Yeah, I think we're going to have last place though. Whoa. Yeah, it definitely seems like Quick Recover would be a better name. I don't really understand what it's doing. It doesn't seem to be taking you back in time, so... Oh, I can actually see the car in front now. We're going to time out. That's embarrassing. Although we did sit around in the menu. Oh no, we're good. Hooray! Alright. That'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Alright guys, so yeah, look, that is basically what you can expect if you decide to purchase the new grid. Now look, visually it's absolutely brilliant. The graphics are among the best I've seen. The AI seems relatively good as well. That's one of the big things that they've sort of touted. And I found that when I was driving sensibly and actually able to drive well and, you know, semi-realistically, the AI did actually respond pretty well. It was a bit of a crash fest still. But I think really what it boils down to is this. If you're after some entertainment and you just want to have something that you can jump in, have a bit of fun with no consequences, then this is absolutely, I would say, worth the money. It's definitely entertaining, definitely a lot of fun. And we're only just sort of scratching the surface in terms of different race modes and stuff like that. I know that there's a bit of drifting and stuff in there as well. And I'll definitely test that out over the course of the next couple of weeks and let you guys know in another video. I'll sort of I think I'll probably do a review video. I'll test it out with the Fanatic Club Sport wheelbase as well as the CSL Elite as well. See how that goes. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a sim. It's definitely not a simulator. There's no question about that whatsoever. But it was still a lot of fun. And yeah, if you're just after some mindless entertainment, then I'd say it's definitely worth having a look at. So guys, hopefully you found this stream interesting and a bit of fun. Thank you very much for joining in the chat as well. And thank you very much to those who donated. And yeah, guys, I will see you again very, very soon. Catch you later.
so leave it all.